Check. All right. Yours
Testing,
on. All
testing.
righty. Welcome, welcome. And thank you for joining me for another episode of 2GO Talk Show. I'm glad you were able to tune in on your desktop, laptops, and phones. Like I say, your girl always say every week, don't sleep, because I'm going to be right here waiting for you so I can give you what's going on. All right, last week we talked about some things. We had a very interesting guest and show last week with Brother David Belton speaking about the wrongs and the rights of the criminal justice systems and how they, coming to determine people's fate. And as you know, he did. He had a 38-year sentence, but he was luckily to fall under the, I forgot what president at the time, but it was, matter of fact, let me go back. They had released a new law where he was able to get released early. He only had to serve 13 years. That's what I'm trying to break it down to for you guys. If you were tuned in, you remember. But like I said, if you missed it, you can pull it up on my YouTube channel, and it will give the full discretion of what happened with Brother David. And his book is available, like he said, on Amazon. QuickBooks.com. That's where you can reach David Belton's book of Redemption. I Die Each Night. That was the name of his book. Okay, so now this week we got some new book people. Yeah, I've been having book people, y'all. Book people, smart people that write books, paperbacks. Like we said, the girl said it didn't cost much to do it. But anyway, yeah, we got my lost friend Sandbox, y'all. But like I said, I can't tell y'all how many years, but me and this lady go back. I mean, back, like flip flops and Dr. Shows. And no jellies, the jelly shoes. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Mm-hmm. And this is her book, From Hustlers to Holiness. So before I get into this juiciness and get her to spill all her truths and her stories and her journeys, I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to give you the updates for 2GO upcoming events. As you know, as of this week, we have Manson Bates will be returning. His tour dates is the 20th and the 22nd. I haven't gotten certain the locations of these performances, but I will be tweeting them on my page after this evening. I hope I can get, he's still on tour, so hopefully I can get word from him to where those locations. That's November, next week, Tuesday the 20th, and Thanksgiving Day in Maryland. He's here performing, so stay tuned to my IG page and my Facebook page so you can catch where the performances is going to be, and he see who's going to be performing with him locally from the DC area. Because as I spoke to you guys before at my Thursday talent nights that I have every Thursday, Star Network Connect, where different artists from all the DMV area comes out and perform and display their talent, they spoken word, whatever you may have. You can come in there and paint. I don't give a damn. As long as you got some talent. Because I like talent, and if you got a talent, that means God blessed you with a gift. And you can't sit on your gift because that's being selfish. So, you ain't going to preach to you yet. But, yes, so every Thursday, the Star Network Connects continues. And like I said, what we're going to be doing is building up where all these local artists to a 30-day, hopefully a 30-day time framing where we can get all the artists that have performed through the Thursdays can come out and compete against each other for a first place prize, which would be $300. Yes, that's the shemonies. It's $300 first place, and you also get a single produced and arranged by Kid, and you will also get to come on here and tell your story. How great is that? So that's going to be an every 30-day increment of all the artists that comes out each Thursdays to participate in the Star Network Connect. So keep that in mind. If you come out every Thursday, that's the only way you'll be able to participate in the 30-day showcase for the $300 first place prize. Okay? And you just follow my IG page, which is Lady All That, or 2GO Radio, or you can go on my Facebook page, which is Kimberly Like Face Kiss Brown, Kimberly Brown, or 2GO Radio. I got one on there too, so, or Twitter. So just stay tuned and follow so you can keep update with what's going on with the Star Network Connect with 2GO, myself, later 2GO, and Brother Lawrence. We still will be doing these things all the way up until 12 next year this time. And then we're going to have a bigger showcase with each artist that won each month. They get to participate. All 12 artists get to compete against each other for even a bigger grand prize, which we hoping we can accumulate up to at least like $1,000 to a $1,500 first prize, and second place and third place, of course, etc. So, like I said, stay tuned for that. Don't sleep, because you might win you some shmoney's in 30 days at the Star Network Connect 30-day showcase. Also, continue to follow me as the artist, Camilla. I will be performing my 3 singles, Thinking of You, Back When, also Boss Heart, which is accompanied with my son, Katera Shimigimi, and Woo Spitter of the Looney Bin, aka Looney Bin of Trinidad. So stay tuned for my upcoming performances. And that's about it. I think Brother Lawrence got some stuff. Yes, Petworth is still reuniting. They're doing every weekly rehearsal. So stay tuned also to come up to find out what's coming up for Petworth Band and show. They are breaking back into the scene. So you gotta stay tuned to find out. Brother Lawrence will keep you updated with that. He's on hiatus for his Thanksgiving holiday. He will return on December the 1st with a very powerful guest. On December the 1st, he will have his show by himself, and I'll be on hiatus. Yes, I'll be on my way to Jamaica. So we get to do our thing. So stay tuned for me and Brother Lawrence. And with that being said, I'm going to go into a little music break, and I'm going to let you hear one of my songs while we on break. And when we get back, we'll get into my juicy interview with Miss Holmes. That's right, the extraordinaire. That's just the book part. We ain't even got into everything else she do. She got like 7 to 10 more hats, y'all. So don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And here's my selection. It is, I can play this, so YouTube, you can't do nothing about it. This is my song, and I have the rights to play this song. So there you go. And this is called, if I can get it to come in. This is called, come on, computer. This is my Thinking of You. No matter of fact, let me let you guys hear something I've been working on new. This is called Chilling in the Park. With me and Precious Mother Love, was just testing it out. So just check it out. It'll be available for you guys real soon. This is some awesome freestyle shit. So my art, because I'm crazy about my shit, okay?
Wow. I want to give you my hand. I'm a queen that you love all day. My love is built in a special way. You're chilling in the park, you do it at the dark. You never gonna see it, that's alright.
Alright.
Alrighty, that was my cut, chilling in the park. That was freestyling. None of that was actually written down. Like I said, it was done freestyle with my special friend, no one another, only Mother Love, Precious Mother Love. Yes, she was on that track with me as a guest artist. She was just hitting some backup notes for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. Look for it coming out. Like I said, next year in 2019, that'll be one of my new releases for 2019. But I'm still pushing Back When and Thinking of You, as well as Boss Hard. So those are all my music that I have released that's available for you now. So what I'm getting ready to do now is play for you some of regular music. I'm sorry, guys. This just stuff just coming to me, giving you dead air. But besides all that, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Like I said, with next week I have Mother Love. Brother Lawrence have the I think his name is he's a legend. He's from a go-go band, and I can't pronounce his name as of yet because it's still held in secrecy, but it's going to be a big interview in December. Our first show in December is going to be a big interview. But with that being said, I was trying to find this track for you, and it's by Manson Bates. He just released it last week. It was for the Champion athletic wear commercial. Yes, the brother is doing it big. He just landed that contract. His theme song is on the new Champion athletic shoe wear and attire Champion sportswear commercial. Manson Bates is doing his thing. I'm gonna see if I can find the video of the song. It's called We Are Champions. It's a beautiful song. And I believe this is it. Check it out. Manson Bates, Champions for Champions athletic wear and shoe wear. My boy doing it big. Be here next week on the 20th and the 22nd. Manson Bates, Dougie Fresh nephew. Check it out. Coming folks, Manson Bates song Champion for the new Champion commercials that will be aired, I believe, during the Super Bowl and for the NBA championship because it's especially for the NBA that he shot the commercial for. Okay, here we go, folks. Manson Bates, Champion. Technology, the technology demon. We're gonna bind you up and send you back for the pits of where you came from. Come on, play. I'm trying to get to play for you guys. Just one moment. It's a very uplifting song. That's why I'm trying so hard to get it to play. All right, guys, I can't get it to play, so let me.
Game up. Game up, I'm a champion.
There it is.
Make way for a nigga. I'ma go hard all day for my niggas.
So funny how money change a nigga on up. We in the same game and you think you bigger than us. Only time you got mouth when you lick it on up. To your man on top of you, picking you up. The whole pod straight minds, I might give you a crust. You ain't shit, you ain't shining, you a blade with rust. In your own neighborhood, they be sticking you up. Your name is who that? Nobody bigging you up. You not high, you on drought. What the fuck you talking about? Let's see if you can talk with no tongue in your mouth. I drown your siblings and run a train on your spells. I'm the nasty motherfucker niggas be talking about.
I've been down, but I got back up. Came from the bottom and I never gave up. I'm a champion, so make way for a nigga. I'ma go hard all day for my niggas. So you mad cause I finally came up. Now it's my time, I'ma tear the game up. I'm a champion, make way for a nigga. I'ma go hard all day for my niggas.
All black, everything cars, watch and rings. Ball out crazy, I ain't going beg to differ. I watch that niggas fade like blades on clippers. I'm nuts, nigga, like the inside of Snickers. Look me eye to eyeball when you talk to this nigga. Fuck around, get left bloody like 4-5 livers. Get the place shaking up like 4-5 shivers. Or find yourself sleeping in the bottom of rivers. Taliban, you block up niggas with attitudes. Corners we rock up, look what automatics do. Damp rain, drain your propane. Extra no name, extinguish your low flame. Eternalize the whole game. Hitman Peter Brunswick, move over, give me comment. I'm the facts, truth, all around logic.
I've been down, but I got back up. Came from the bottom and I never gave up. I'm a champion, so make way for a nigga. I'ma go hard all day for my niggas. So you mad cause I finally came up. Now it's my time, I'ma tear the game up. I'm a champion, make way for a nigga. I'ma go hard all day for my niggas. I've been down, but I got back up.
Hey.
Came from the bottom and I never gave up. I'm a champion, so make way for a nigga. I'ma go hard
November
all
the
day
20th.
for my niggas. So you mad cause I finally came up.
November the 22nd.
Now it's my time, I'ma tear
Right
the
here,
game
the
up.
DMV
I'm a
performing
champion,
this cut,
make
as
way
well as
for a
cuts as
nigga.
well.
I'ma go hard all
Flip
day
it
for my
and
niggas.
slow down. Manson Bates, Dougie Fresh nephew, doing it on his own, standing on his own, a man of his own lane. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was some real uplifting lyrics in there. I don't know if you heard the one part that really touched me is like, no matter how hard you fall down, you must get back up. That's a bad song. So y'all need to go check that out. And I will have at the end of the show where you can, I know it's on YouTube, and I know it's available at Sony sites, and I believe Spotify. But if you can't catch it on any of those places, it's definitely on the 2GoRadio page. You can tune in and listen to it there for sure. At 2Go for champions, athletic and shoe wear. Manson Bass just landed his song, his track for the commercial, which will be aired during the Super Bowl and the NBA championship. So now, introducing my one and only love. This is the only other person I can allow to have the name Kimberly, y'all. Miss Holmes, y'all. This lady, let me tell you, long time friend. She went to college. She got her degrees. She's also a worker for United States government, and along with her being the author of this book, she also, if you saw my page, you noticed that she also creates bling up designs. You have to go back to my page to see what type of design she does, but the lady can offer you some very interior designs for the low that you see in these stores, these like Steinware and what's those other home good stores. I mean, for your interior designs, sometimes it can get up to costly, but this lady, she got you. Not only that, she's also the director and coordinator for Black America Cares, which is a nonprofit organization that helps out and put out information and awareness. It does all types of things, and we're going to get into that. She'll tell you about that because that's her business. And she's going to get into all of these three things: the book, the bling, and Black America Cares. So first, welcome, Ms. Holmes. What would you like to say to everybody being back on location in the DMV? Well, I know you've been hidden and lost. Yeah, I know you've been hidden and lost.
Well, first of all, I'm honored and happy and inspired to be here at WINDC. I'm glad to share whatever information I have to not only hopefully inspire other people, but to be inspired myself.
Right. I mean, that's what we have to do. You know, when we get out here and we share our journeys and our stories, like the great Tupac Amari Shakur says, and I say it every week when I get a chance to quote it, and I know he probably will give me in my dream tonight, but he know I mean it and I love it. I'm going to keep on saying it and using it because it's true. Mm-hmm. You know, we might not be, like you said, he might not be the one that can change the world, but he might can spark the mind that can be the one to change the world, and that's what I was saying about your book. This is called From Hustlers to Holiness. It's based on a true story. Yeah, true story, y'all. That's some juice up in here, all these pages. So y'all, she's getting ready to redo it and do some another addition to it, but we're gonna get into all of that. And before we get into the what driven you to the book, Ms. Holmes is also a mother of grown adult children. Can't tell. Yes, honey. So she got some wisdom and some words of life for some folks out there. So we're going to get into the book. So it was From Hustlers to Holiness. Where that title was driven from?
Well, as you know, my father was a pastor. Mm-hmm. And so my background initially was in the church. That's all I knew. Church girl, pastor's girl. And eventually, when I got old enough to start smelling myself, I guess you could say, I got away from that lifestyle and got involved in some other activities that I'm not so necessarily proud of, but I have to admit I don't regret it because it was all life lessons, and sometimes we go through stuff so that other people don't have to go through it. So that's where the title came from.
From Hustlers to Holiness.
And it basically means exactly what it says. Hustlers, drug dealers, dudes in the street. If I name some, I'm quite sure anybody that's from D.C. area would know who I'm talking about, but I'm going to let that remain anonymous. And then got away from that and just got back on the right path. So I say holiness, and I struggle sometimes with that title because holiness can sometimes be taken as some type of a super churchy or restrictive lifestyle, and that's not necessarily the case. You just go back to kind of doing things the right way, you know, things that are not only destructive to others but destructive to yourself. And so you want to kind of get back on the right path, so that's what I did eventually.
And that's like a thin line, you know, of two different worlds that can collide so easily. And for you to be able to separate the two, is it separated in the book, or it's like from one phase to the other, or is it back and forth in between the two?
It basically, I mean, it's really a parallel for the most part of my life. Um, I would say it is 75% true. 75% of the situations in the book actually happened. Some of it I added, I changed just so that people wouldn't read it and be like, "Oh, she's talking about me." You know, I had to add some humor in it and some entertainment and all those different elements that writers often use. So yeah, I start out with where I am in a church growing up, and then how I drifted out of that and got into a lifestyle of dealing with some drug dealers, and then how I came back into getting out of that lifestyle, and like I said, going back into making decisions that weren't so destructive for myself and for other people.
Okay. And I know that could be a struggle because, as myself, as you know, we all had that path or that thin line of trying to, as you say, we grow up, our parents steer us in one direction. And like you said, then we have to learn some things on our own because our parents can't go with us every day to school or through that transition of, I want to say from the elementary phase to high school and then to college. And then any life in between that we have had those, I guess you say, bumps and bruises. And for you to take your book to contrast both sides, it seems like it was a lot of love and pain on both sides. So what was the worst pain for you when you were writing the hustler part or the holy? What was the most pain that helped you to come to a state of being where, okay, enough is enough, and this is what I need to do for me to make a change, to make it somebody else can see my change that I made?
It was a couple of things. The hardest part actually to write was the part about my father, and I don't want to get into too much detail because if y'all want to know what happened, you gotta
get the
read
book.
the book. But that was challenging because he's deceased now, so it brought back a lot of memories, and I think about some of the things that I did then that had I known now, I would have probably done differently. Some aspects of it, I felt like I may owe him and others an apology and just all that kind of stuff. So that was difficult at times. But the thing also that made me realize that I probably needed to change was actually coming to the realization of what I was participating in with my community. Because although I wasn't selling drugs directly, I was benefiting, my lifestyle was benefiting from the sale of drugs, which ultimately destroys the black community. When we sell to each other, you know, and a lot of us, my mindset was like, I'm quite sure a lot of people's mindset is, they gonna get it anyway. People that want to get high, they gonna find a way. But why participate in being a part of that? The demise of the demise of So, you know, we look at it as, you know, most of the drug dealers and hustlers that I knew they pretty much good dudes. It's about survival for them. But we have to try to find other ways and better ways to survive and make money legitimately. Do things for the community that's going to help uplift and build up the community and not be a part of the destruction. So that part of it was difficult too. Once I really, really realized what I was doing and how I was doing it, I didn't even want the stuff that I had. And I had diamonds, I had furs, I had Benzes, I had all of that stuff. Everything that a hustler's woman or hustler's girlfriend or whatever could possibly want. And again, I won't. There was a specific incident that happened that literally shook me back into reality. And again, I won't get into all of that.
You gotta get
know,
the book.
You gotta get the book to find out what that was. But it was really, really powerful. And years later, after I came out of that lifestyle and started just making some changes, I felt like, okay, I need to tell this story. I need to share this story because young women out here are easily impressionable. A brother come up to you,
especially with the bling bling,
yeah,
and the
he
cars.
Come to you, he got money. He want to take you on trips. All of that stuff is fascinating. It's fun. Been there, done that. But at the same time, I have friends who they met somebody and end up getting killed a month or two later because they were at the wrong place at the wrong time. The part of that whole thing that people don't take into consideration is that you become a part of a lifestyle where anything can happen. People are always killed. People are always going to jail. Some of my girlfriends have gone to prison. I was fortunate, which is another reason why I wrote the book. I didn't go to jail. I never got strung out on drugs. Fortunately, the guys, even though they were criminals, for lack of a better term, I never got caught up in anything bad with them. I was fortunate, but I have girlfriends that weren't so fortunate. So I tell that part of the story too, and that's what young girls need to remember.
Correct.
You quick to hop in that Benz or Lexus or whatever he's driving, but you better know if somebody else is beefing with him or anything, the police, because trust and believe the police are watching them, and sometimes just because you with him, you could go to jail too. So that's another reason why I was motivated to write the book and tell that story. And I'm also working now on pitching it to film producers because I think it's something that needs to be a movie.
Yes,
I
it
really
do. It really is. This can be a movie, a mini series, because we have so many shows that tells this story. But even though they tell this story, each story is so significantly different in details. Because there's so many roads, there's so many paths that people can get caught up through this and can be blindsided. Like she said, these guys pull ups to these young girls and all they seeing is what's on the videos. All they seeing is, girl, he can provide me something better than what I'm doing now. I don't know, I have to suffer and all this other kind of stuff. No, baby, trust me, anything that come easy, it's consequences. And we both can sit here and tell you some stories, but that'll be another book.
Right. Exactly.
That'll be the new book of the Kim and Kim.
Yeah.
But
and I was gonna say that's another reason too why I want to tell, because a lot of times we hear about these stories from the drug dealer's perspective,
right?
But you don't hear about the stories from
that
the perspective
women.
of the other people, right? That they're involved with, whether it's their kids or their spouse,
moms,
or right. So as a hustler's girlfriend, I wanted to share that part and that side of that whole scene also.
Wow. Before we get off the hustler part of the book, I just want to also include in, as you can see, from if you guys are aware of this game, it's an ongoing game, and it's different levels of this game. And what I'm trying to say is that you have to be very, very, very careful, because like she said, when you interact with a hustler, or I'm speaking to the women, that's who we advocating for here mostly. The women, because the guys, they get their story told. Their story's always on TV. You never, the girl, the female, the woman, the wife, the mother, the children, their stories are always in the backdrop. And that's what I'm speaking on. And what she was in to add to what Kimberly was saying, that it's a very, 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 very harsh effectiveness, as you heard of what Mr. Belton was saying. When he was on the street, he loved hearing his name called. he was hustling so hard on the street that when the judge told him that he might do life, he said, okay, I might as well come into jail and make it big like I had it on the street. And that's what he did. He went right in it. He said here last week and told his story. He said he went right from the street. When the judge told him he was going to do life, my man said, forget that. I want to hear my name like I heard my name out in the streets. And he did that. He went right into jail, and he said it on the show. He said whatever came through the jail, it had to touch his hands first. So his name was big, and the cheese was big in the jail like it was out in the street.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. There's different levels to this game, you know what I'm saying? But when he got locked up, he had a baby girl. He had a son. You heard what he said. If it wasn't for his mother coming down there telling him if he didn't change, if he didn't make a change, she might as well die. And when she told him that, he said it last week, when she told him that, it woke him up. Because he didn't want to keep killing his mother, because he knew as long as he was doing it, he knew it was killing her. And that's what she was telling him. As long as you keep doing it, you're killing me. So he kept seeing, every time he passed a bag of drugs, I'm killing my mom. I'm killing my mom. And a lot of guys don't think like that. All they think about is the money. But it took Mr. Belton to get the message from his mom, because she was the only one coming down there to jail to see him. She was the only one putting money on his books. All them friends that was out there calling his name in the streets and cheese, this, cheese, that. They wasn't going down there putting no money on his books. They forgot about him soon he got locked up. So that's why I was saying it's a very harsh domino effect of this hustler game. When it comes to a halt, if a person get killed, or if they get indicted and the FBI are watching them, or they got an enemy on the street.
And that's the other part of it too, that you don't think about. I couldn't really sleep at night because some people knew the level of the person that I was involved with. They watching me. So you not only had the cops watching you, but you got people in the street watching you. They want to rob you because they think you holding his money or you holding his product.
Wow.
All of that kind of stuff comes into play with that type of lifestyle. So again, I ladies, I know it's appealing. I know, and I cannot lie. You know, a lot of us need that help. You know, all the things that I got, most of it I needed. No, a lot of it I needed. Most of it I wanted.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't need.
It was more wants than needs.
It was more wants
Right.
and greed, which again is what we as black folks tend to seem to get caught up in a lot of times.
Correct.
But it's not worth it. The Gucci purse, the Fendi, the Louis Vuitton, all that stuff really at the end of the day has no value. All the stuff that I had, quite honestly, I don't even know where most of that stuff is now. A lot of it I gave away once I came to realize again that I was participating in the destruction of my own people. But you think about it, you are destroying a life for a pair of damn boots.
Yep.
Or excuse me for cursing. Or
Oh,
you
no,
destroy.
it's real.
Okay.
We
You
real.
know, you destroying a life for a fur, or you destroying a life for a hair weave. Oh, you might be cute, but what about
That life?
The person that's on the drugs that you're selling has a child, a sister, a mother, a brother, and we don't think about the impact of that person's life and how this child is having to deal with their mother or their father being strung out on drugs. You know, it's a vicious cycle that has destroyed the black community for years. And it needs to change. And again, that's why I wrote that book. And these brothers out here, for real, a hustler, for real, and number the entrepreneur. If you can hustle drugs, you can hustle houses.
Flip it.
You can hustle clothes. It's a business.
Yep.
And all you got to do is flip that thing around, be legit. It may not come overnight like the money in the street does.
It may not come fast.
Yep.
It's going to take some hard work.
Yeah, but with tenacity, it'll happen. I'm a witness. I don't need no hustler now. I probably make, well, I know I don't make as much as a hustler does, but at least I can sleep at night.
Right.
Ain't no cops watching me. Ain't no dudes, you know, trying to rob me because they know I got something that my man may be holding. I'm free.
You're free. And that's the whole thing about it, ladies, to get to the point where you can be free. And like I said, we're not going to give you the juice of how she got from the beginning of the hustler aspects to the end of it. And before we get into the holiness part of it, I commend you. I'm glad you still here. I'm glad you had angels watching over you and protecting you, because it's no joke. It's no joke. And as we can see as of now, you got people out here killing for less.
Right.
You know, you got people that are dying and don't even know bullets are coming their way. You know, so it's a very vicious cycle. It's you know, just like Pac has said in a few of his songs, you know, if you're gonna be in the neighborhood, at least give back. You know, if you're gonna sell drugs in your neighborhood and to your community, at least try to give back in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You know, do something for the kids. You know, take all that money y'all make on Friday, because y'all can make enough every night. You know what I'm saying? You can take one night a week money and do something for your community or them kids in that neighborhood where you're selling them drugs for. That's all it takes. And sometimes when you do try to give back to the areas that you're damaging, sometimes it's a process where it'll heal that person, where it'll lead you to doing better and bigger things. I've known some that been doing that, now politicians, now running these communities as city councilmen and ward members and all kinds of things, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you seen them, it's done to some of our big time and multi-millionaire artists. Like, they done flipped the game. Jay-Z, you know, he flipped the game. Look how he flipping businesses, and he's being a big entrepreneur and
billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire. Yeah, him and his wife now, they're a multi-billionaire couple. And he taught her the game, and you see how she hustle and grind. That's all she did. He taught her what he did in the street, and he taught her to be. And look how B, she never sitting down. Every time you turn around, she created a new look. She created a new song. She got a new dance ensemble to the song. The girl is nonstop. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, if you get it, if you're fortunate to get in this game, and you're fortunate to get out alive, and with a good record, where you won't hold down some other, because when you get caught up with this, coming back from this, well, if you die doing this, you know there ain't no coming back. But if you go to jail and you lose everything and you left stuff out in the street, let me tell you something. When these guys come back out, it's 50 times harder. Because for one, they don't have what they had. For two, they lost it. 3, everybody that was down, that was working for them, that was doing everything for them when they was the king on the streets, half of them done spilled away, done took what they had when the brother went away, and everybody that gone had to do life, you know, do their own thing. And when the brother gets out, ain't no resources, ain't nobody stashing nothing for him. Ain't no safe, ain't no vault that he can go and collect his stuff that he made in the streets. Ain't no jewelry gonna hold his bling bling or his diamonds. Ain't no car storage place gonna hold his cars and Benzes and Jeeps and trucks. No, you don't get that luxury when you end up on the wrong side at the end of this game, folks. So I'm telling you, it's a no-win situation. If you're fortunate to get in it and you're fortunate to get out, like she said, flip it like Holmes, and a lot of them done it. You know, flip it. Rick Ross.
Jay's a guy, Jay Morrison.
Babe from Young Money. Lil Wayne and them. Trust me. Master P. And that's a multi-billionaire brother right there. And he started back in the day, and he was the first cell phone owner. That movie got the hook up. It was a true story about his cell phone he produced and sold for millions and millions of dollars. Then the boy jumped into Disney and started doing a lot of other things. Now he don't even need nothing in his name no more. He turned it over to his son, who is a multi-millionaire. He ain't even in his 30s yet. That's what I'm saying. You can flip it and make it work. But if you can't, and you don't win, and you do lose, and you do come out, and you come out to nothing, now we're getting into what driven her from the hustlers to the holiness. You want to take a music break and make a little selection and we come back?
It's up to you. I can flow.
Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll give you a little break.
Okay.
And you can think of some thoughts, and you can think of some thoughts and gather all that information we gave you from the first part of From Hustler to Holiness. We get ready to get to holiness after this music break. So stay tuned. Don't sleep. Like the girls say, don't sleep. Keep me on your tablet, your phone, your apps, and all of that, because we'll be right back. Let me get you some music. Go through the door. Gotta stop operating today. Alrighty, my lady went to take her break, and I'm gonna give you another music selection. The last tune you heard was Dougie Fresh, I'm a Champion. Like I said, it will be aired with the NBA championship as well as the NFL football game. He just laid that musical tracks for Champion athletic shoe and footwear. So here is another song. Well, this is from our live performance that we done for the birthday bash. This is the remix for Flip It and Slow Down, featuring myself and Quintero Shimigami. Check it out. It's coming, guys. It's coming. And like I said, this is the live recording from the video from the birthday bash featuring myself, Masson Bates, and Quintero Shimigami. Bear with me, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to get this thing to load up here. It's coming. Okay, I can't get it, so let me play something else for you. But in the meanwhile, while Miss Holmes is on her little break, I also want to inform you guys about the to make sure that you I hope you already got your names. Well, you should have gotten your names on those lists for those turkeys in your community centers, and also The coat drives, I'm sure, and most of the communities are still collecting coats. So please continue to help and support those programs that are collecting coats. They're going to be collecting food, canned goods, and all that. I know at the United Health programs, as well as the Bread for the Cities. They'll be collecting, and they'll be also issuing out holiday bags of food for Thanksgiving as well as for Christmas. Also, in Ward 8 on today is a community harvest dinner today in Ward 8. You can join Miss Brenda Robinson. Miss Brenda Richardson in Ward 8. They're having a community harvest dinner today. You can join them. You don't have to be a part of that community. It's held at it's gonna be going on for another couple of hours. It started at 12 o'clock today. They're gonna be ending it at 6 o'clock. If you're over there in Ward 8 by the Our Lady of Perpetual Health Catholic Church on Panorama Room, 1600 Morris Road, Southeast, Washington, D.C., 220. If you're in that neighborhood right now, up until 6 o'clock, they're having face painting, crafts, dancing. There will be bags of food for your Thanksgiving feast. Kids for the City will be distributing free shoes. So all the guests who wants to visit, you're welcome to go. And like I said, they'll be doing this up until 6 o'clock. This is the community harvest. It's located over there at the Panorama Room. It's going on right now. It'll be going on for another hour or two. So get over there and enjoy into the festivities. Like I said, they have free food, craft, dancing, face painting, and they also have Kids for the City will be distributing free shoes. Get some shoes for them babies. So get on over there. Right on over there. Get on over there. That's right. That's on Morris Road, Southeast, Washington, D.C. Right now. It'll be going on for about another hour or so. So get on over there and get them babies some free shoes. And upcoming on the November the 29th, there will be another public safety meeting. It will be held at the not the John Wilson building. It will be held at the new government building over in Ward 8. This is if you're combined with the Ward 7 or Ward 8, I suggest you to attend some of these community meetings, public safety meetings, because they have a lot of programs what they're issuing out between Ward 7 and 8, where they're doing block walks. Regular block walks. They doing like different festivities for different rec centers like Garfield Hills, Langston Lanes, Maplewood Courts, Woodland, Meridian. The outreach committee are the people from the Meridian Hotel, also the 7th and 6th District Police Departments. So these are all these people that sponsoring these programs. Like I said, the coat drive and food drives will be continuing to go on. So please continue to support those. So now it's coming in. So and keep going back out, guys. So I'm not going to be able to play, but we're going to get on with our interview. We're going to get into the juicy part. Now, everybody like to know when you go from hustler to holy. And you be up in them churches, and you know on Sundays you be seeing them brothers with the bling bling, and a lot of them hustlers do be up in church because they feel so guilty what they do 7 days a week, 24/7. A lot of them feel they can go in there and redeem themselves, like maybe just a little teeny bit by going into the churches or being a part of some type of divinity situation in their community. A lot of them do like to go in and try to claim they can make swipe themselves right in one day for all the wrong that they do throughout the year. But I commend them for even trying to walk up into the house of the Lord. Maybe one day they'll catch something. But with that being said, we're going to give you the woman who wrote the book on that, and she knows from personal experiences and journeys. So, from the hustler to the holiness, and you said when you saw your friends going to jail and you saw a couple of people get killed, and that kind of shook you. So when it shook you,
well, and again, I started out in a church. You know, father was a pastor, and I want to side note. I want to say something about that too. A lot of times people think because you bring your kids up a certain way and in a certain place that they won't get into certain situations. I am a witness that that's not true. Because I grew up with, the father was a pastor, mother was a teacher, wasn't in the hood, none of them was on drugs. I was a good girl. So for me to get caught up in the lifestyle that I got caught up in was something that I know, they didn't, my father still didn't know. He went to his grave not knowing. My mother, when I finished writing the book, I was really hesitant about even sharing it with her because she didn't know about any of that stuff. Right. So you got to pay attention to your kids. You know, if you got a daughter, she coming home and all of a sudden she got all this fly stuff, new bag, new hairdo, and you know you ain't pay for it, then you need to stop and look, and figure out, okay, what is really going on here. So I just wanted to throw that little plug in there. It can happen with anybody. You don't have to be somebody in the hood to be caught up in selling drugs or being involved with a drug dealer. So there's that. But as time went on and friends started getting killed and going to jail and all of this madness was going on around me, it was like I had no choice but to eventually go back to what I knew, which was going back to the church. So I did. I started going back, and again, I'm not going to tell the whole story.
Got to get the book, guys. Got to get the book.
It was really it was a journey also coming out of that whole thing because you get used to a certain lifestyle. You get used to eating at certain places. You get used to wearing certain clothes and shopping at certain stores, and you know, you get used to that kind of stuff. And so when you try to...
And it comes addictive, too.
Yeah, it was addictive. I was addicted to that. You know, I didn't even want to... You know, poor guys out here regular, I used to call them 9-to-5s.
You had a name for
him? The little 9-to-5 brother, he had nothing coming.
He had a chance in heaven.
I mean, the most he could do... they really used to irritate me because I'm like, really? I mean, come on. But they not out here making $1,000 a day. So
or hour,
right? So you can't expect for them to take you certain places, take you shopping, do all that kind of stuff. But that was, I'm telling you, it was a challenge for me. Y'all men be getting on sisters that be out here doing that, but it was brothers who got me hooked up on that stuff. I didn't go out here looking for that necessarily. I didn't even know that kind of life existed until I was introduced to it. And I never ever asked a man to do nothing for me. It was offered. And so after a while, you get accustomed to that. So, but yeah, got back into the church and started trying to get away from dealing with dudes that sold drugs and dealing with regular 9-to-5.
So it was like a self-conviction that came over you that said, look, okay, enough is enough. Well, I need to change.
Like I said, there was a specific incident that happened that you have to read to find out what that was.
Got to read to find out what happened and made her stop.
Made me want to
turn around. Yeah.
But not only that specific thing, but also the things that were happening to my friends around me. Even the guy that I was involved with ended up going to jail. And it was by God's grace that I didn't go to. He did something though to cover me and protect me. So
and most guys won't.
They don't care.
Most guys don't care.
But he made sure that in the process of everything that he was going through with the FBI watching him, seizing his assets and everything, he protected me. Got to read the book to find out what he did to do that. And
got to read the book to get the juice.
I was fortunate. But
I can't squeeze that out, so y'all got to get it.
So I go to church, and some of the latter part of the book is more of the fiction My character in the book is named Kayla. So Kayla, she realizes that she needs to change, and she gets back in church, and then she ultimately meets a guy who is and it is not intentional. She just happens to meet him. Wasn't necessarily a former drug dealer, nothing like that, but he was a good guy. He was really a good guy. And the moral of the story is that you don't have to go out here and be doing illegitimate stuff to live a good life.
Right.
You know. And so with the guy that she ends up with, he shows her that, you know. And again, it's not anything that I was looking for. It just would come to me. And so we all, I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to live a good life. We want a nice home. We want a nice car. We want an education. We want all of that good stuff. And so there's a way to do it, a right way and a wrong way. And in the back of the book, I also have resources for the men who may read it, because my goal is to try to get that circulating in the prisons.
Okay.
There's a list of resources of different places and things that they can contact if they want to start a business. Whatever you want to do, I think I may have something in there for guys who may struggle with reading, you know, all types of resources and places that you can go to get the help that you need. You know, a lot of people are like, well, I got to hustle because I need the money.
Right.
No, you don't. If you stay connected, you go out here, and again, it won't be overnight, but at least you'll have peace of mind. So not only does the book share that story, but I have those resources back there. I think I also have a list of questions, because when the book first came out, it came out a while ago, but I'm re-editing it and re-releasing it. So when it first came out, a lot of book clubs were interested in it, and so I put a list of questions in the back. So if a book club wants to get it and they want to do a discussion, there are questions in the back that you can ask each other and, you know, do a discussion about it, especially, again, for young women who could be impressionable.
Or could be living this right now.
Exactly.
Could be living this right now, sister. So, and they can reach you and get this book on.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I have a website. It's www.Kimberly, Kimberly, Writes, WRITES 4. That's the number 4. That's the letter U.com. So it's KimberlyWritesForYou.com.
You got that, folks? If you want to get the juice, because I couldn't squeeze the juice out of it. See how thick it is. And she just briefly gave you some intimates and intricals of how the book flow from one aspect of life, of the hustler life, to the holiness. So, and like she said, it's available at her website. It's www.KimberlyWritesForYou.com. That's www.KimberlyWritesForYou.com. So, if you want to get that juice on the hustlers and the holiness, you gotta go check it out. Okay, don't sleep. And anything you want to add on to it?
I would say they can get it now, but bear in mind that this is the version that's available now is the unupdated version.
Okay.
So I'm in the process now of re-editing it, and hope to re-release it around hopefully April, no later than May of this year.
Okay. So this is being edited, and it will be updated and will be released in 2019 coming. Look forward in April. We'll have her back by then with some new stuff and everything else she's doing. So now we get ready to get into her bling work. I don't know if you see my page, but you can see it again today. I will repost her crafty talents of how she what she created. Is called this. I named it. I'm not sure if that's what she called it. I just call it Bling Up, because anything she touches, she can bling it up, from a picture frame to a candlestick holder to a mirror to whatever you have in your interior that you would like to be blinged. When you have company over, you just have like a great room. And if you like her or myself, our home is our everything. You know, just like I am about my fashion. I'm the same way about my home, and I have to look good. My home have to look good, and my home have to feel good and smell good. So this lady with her bling up design. So what driven you to start the bling it up? I know you started with. Just tell us how you got started.
Okay. Well, I have a favorite store. Can I name the store?
Sure.
Okay. Shout out to them. Y'all should give me some money for this plug I'm about to give. But it's called Z Gallery.
Z Gallery.
Z Gallery. And it's one in Columbia Mall and it's one in Annapolis Mall. And if you are a fashionista or a diva or somebody who just likes different, unique, fly stuff, for lack of a better term, then Z Gallery is your store.
So it's like an art gallery or furniture or
they have furniture, they have art, we can go after we leave here if you want, Kim.
Z Gallery, here we come.
But beautiful. I mean, very beautiful, unique, but it is pricey. It is very pricey. So if there's something, I mean, I know all of us at some point see something and it's like, you know what, I don't care how much it costs, I got to get it. And Z Gallery has those types of items. It's like, even though you know it's ridiculous for how much it costs, if you want it, you want it.
Right.
And if you know you won't see it anywhere else, then you just got to go ahead and bite the bullet and spend the money. Well, I was browsing through the store. Wasn't looking for anything in particular, and I came across a particular picture that they had in their art section, and it was a Chanel bottle. Chanel No. 5 to be specific. And I saw it and I looked at it and I admired it and I thought it was really nice. But when I saw the price, I was like, really? That's crazy. And I kept looking and I said, I bet I can make this. So I went home and I did some research, and through trial and error, I kept on playing around until I pretty much perfected that piece of art. So for what they sell in the store for like $500, I sell mine, depending on the size that you want, anywhere from $40 to $150.
Wow. And they in the stores they're priced at what?
In the stores they're priced between $300 and $700.
Now you see that? $300 and $700 to $100 to $150 to $300. That's a big cut. And if you want something in a blinged up design, like she said, Z Gallery or any other like I said, home goods stores. If you see things where you think you know, you get, I mean, she bling them up to it's shiny like this amethyst almost. I mean, it be blinging.
Yeah.
Go to my page at the end of the day and see my recap of my promo for her coming on today. You will see some of her art pieces. And with that said, you said even though theirs in the store, like at Z Gallery, from $300 to $700 or more, yours starts at maybe $150 to $300.
No, 40.
Oh, $40
to $150.
To $150. Wow, that's
Yeah.
even a deeper cut.
Yeah.
I'm
40.
sorry, guys, from $40 to $150.
And the more is the higher price is just depending on the size.
Right.
That's all.
Because you have to use more.
Right, more material.
More materials,
so,
right.
But a 16 by 20 is $40. And so they go up. And it also depends on what you want.
Right.
So another young lady, she purchased one of the Chanel frame pictures from me, and she asked could I do something for her daughter. So I played around, and she's wanted something with her daughter's name on it, and I found a way to get her name done in the bling art along with an image of something that's appropriate for
a little
young
girl, right?
Yeah. And she can keep that. I chose an image that I think she'd probably be able to appreciate well into her teens. I didn't want it too girly or too adult for her.
And then I saw it. It's beautiful, and she can even pass it on to her daughter, you know, because that's just how beautiful the art is. I'm serious, guys. Her art bling shines just like this. Now, see, you know, I'm the oddball. I'm going to get her, I'm going to challenge her. I'm going to get her, I'm going to see if I'm going to give me some mesh. Make me an outfit. And we gonna see this, y'all. We gonna see if we can get blinged up on my outfit. You know your girl, right? I'm gonna go find a t-shirt or something like this and see if she can bling me up. But it's coming. But like I said, if you go on my site, you can see where she have done candlesticks, frames, artwork, even stepped out of the box and did her own creations of artwork. So, like she said, it averaged from $40 to $150. So, you can check that out as well on your webpage as well.
No, that's not on the website
Okay.
yet, but I'll be adding it. And I do have some bling T-shirts coming soon. I'm working on that now.
Okay.
So anybody wants a T-shirt done in some bling art, just stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You're gonna get the bling. You're gonna get the bling up T-shirts. Like I said, you get your candlesticks, your frames, your pictures, whatever. But I'm gonna challenge them. We're gonna do some outfits. You know, cause you know I got the bling, girl. I got the bling. So yeah. So Miss Holmes also not only the author, but like I said, you can look on my page, her Facebook page as well, and you can probably see some of her work. And if you're interested, and you can reach her through those entities, or you can remember the website of hers. If you might just go to a website and type her a message, say, hey, I know this is not the website for the book. I mean, for the book, but not for the bling. But you can get in touch with her. And we're going to make a way where you can get in touch with her. Like I said, always just stay tuned. Don't sleep. Because I'm always have something of hers on the page. A 2GO or Eva Lady or that. Or Eva, like Face the Kiss Brown on Facebook as well. All right, so we talked about the book. We talked about the art. Now, this is what we both love. We both are people lovers. We both are advocate for underdogs.
Yes.
So, and not necessarily underdogs, but just for humanity, period. That's me and your love that I know we share. We care about other people and of a state of other people. And so tell me a little bit about how you came to, I know it's you and another few other people that created this this organization. So tell me a little bit about Black America Cares.
Okay. Well, no, actually, Black America Cares is solely my baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my baby, and what I did was I went out and I looked for other people who have a passion to want to help others also, and I'm, reaching out to them for their help because I can't do it by myself. The vision that I have is so huge. It's no way I can do it by myself, and then I need the expertise and the input of other people. So it's originally my baby, but yeah, I have other people. Because, nonprofits.
Yeah, it takes a team.
Yeah, you have to have a board of directors.
Can't do it by yourself, right?
Yeah, so that's what it's about. But how that started actually kind of comes from the church also. Because I'm going to be careful the way I word this because I don't want to appear to be bashing the church at all. But I'm just going to be real.
And that's what we are about on here.
Yeah,
real. Bring it out.
I was going to this church, excuse me, and I didn't see as much community outreach as I wanted to see. Now, I personally, out of my own pocket, in 1 year, had given $10,000 to this church.
Wow.
Over time, I didn't even realize it was that much, But you give $100 here, $100 here. Like every Sunday, I was giving $100. Bible study, I was giving $50, and I calculated I was blown. It tripped me out. I didn't realize it, and I'm still really though not seeing where what we're doing is really benefiting the community.
Correct.
And then what really did it for me was one day. I was very active in a lot of the activities in the church, and so I would help out when people would get baptized and stuff like that. And so they had a baptismal pool, and I saw guys carrying water from the kitchen to the baptismal pool. And I'm watching this, and it's going on 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months. 6, and I'm like, now I know by myself I done paid for that pool to get fixed. You understand what I'm saying?
I know that's right. Them $100 on Sundays and them 50s on Bible studies. So somebody need to be doing some plumbing work somewhere.
So what was happening was the pool would fill up with water, but only cold water. So the guys were, you know how we used to do when we ain't had no hot water, we boil some water on the stove and pour it in the tub.
It to the tub.
That's what they was doing. And I couldn't believe this was going on.
At the church.
At the church, but for as long as it was going on, you know. But yet I see the pastors up there wearing $400-$500 suits, lizard shoe. Like I said, I'm gonna just tread lightly right around there because I don't want to bash nobody, and I'm being.
But hey, truth is told. This is the year for everything to be revealed, and for everything that's been done in the dark is coming to the light. So,
well, so long story short, and I'm not going. I'm intentionally not saying the name of the church, so don't y'all ask because I ain't gonna tell you. But some of y'all that go there, you probably know what I'm talking about. I got.
That sound like my church.
I got frustrated with that, and so I said, you know what? Instead of sitting back and complaining and being mad and talking about what folks ain't doing and blah blah blah, I said, you know what? Let me roll up my sleeves and just see what I can go out here and just do myself. And so that's where
it came
That's where it came from. And the reason I titled it Black America Cares is because so often we hear about people saying that the black community don't care about each other. We don't help each other. We don't look out for each other. We don't do this. We don't do that. And that's not true. And I'm a witness to that.
Right.
There is some improvement that can happen, I will admit.
Yes, we do need room for improvement because a lot of us need to get in and get our hands involved instead of our mouths involved.
Exactly. But we just need to do some more hands-on stuff. And then with all the incidences of these cops killing people and, you know, all of this stuff going on, every time I turn around, I was seeing people needing GoFundMe, trying to raise money for their loved ones to get them appropriately buried, all that kind of stuff. Those are the types of issues eventually that Black America Cares is going to offer. No, we won't be able to pay for a whole funeral, but we will be able to at least maybe offer $1,000 to a family. Or if there's a young girl out here, I know one story touched me. There was a young lady, she got arrested because she was still stealing Pampers in the store. I don't want my young sisters out here feeling like they got to steal no Pampers. So Black America Cares will be a catalyst to be able to help provide things like that. You know, if you need Pampers or if you need formula, really, then that stuff is expensive. I just bought my niece a case of Pampers and wipes and stuff. That stuff came up like $100 and something.
Yes, it is.
And if you're not working, you can't afford that. You know, social services don't give you but so much money. So I know it's a struggle, and I've been there. I've struggled too. So that is basically the types of things that Black America Cares is going to do. And I don't want nobody to misunderstand. We're not going to be nobody that feeds into anybody's irresponsibility.
That's
you know,
right.
If you always coming up and short and not doing, you know,
it's going to be some accountability, I'm sure, just like any program. Because if you have those out here that were used and abused, so you got to have some kind of protocol where there's some stipulations and rules and order. Because you say free and we going to help, people just think, oh, girl, yeah, I just spent mine on my new weave, so I'm going to go to Black America Cares and get them to pay my rent. No. It don't work like that.
It's not going to work
just like you have to go and show proof and have your papers in order for the government.
Right.
You going to have to have the same thing for Black America Cares, because here's what it is, person. These are people, like she said, this is not an organization that's not coming from no Rothschilds. Okay, so, and you got to keep in mind, these are people, hardworking people, that are just trying to bring things together as a network so they can be, access and aid. That's what I'm gonna say, aid, because people get aid and people get handouts and donations confused. It's a difference. It's a difference between aid, handouts, and donations. Okay, so this is aid. And aid, you have to follow along the guidelines to receive this aid. Just like food stamps is an aid, Medicaid is an aid. You have to follow those guidelines. So Black America Cares is just like those official entities where you will have to be in order to receive any type of aid or any type of assistance from this program. And Black Matter Cares. It's not just in the Washington area. Where is it?
Ultimately, I like for it to be throughout the country. You know,
Okay.
in every urban community where there are challenges, I would like for people to be able to have a office of Black America Cares that they can go to, where they can receive not only assistance, because the vision that I have for this is so big. Not only assistance with day-to-day needs, but also long-term goals. So we want to figure out, okay, what is it that I can do that will take me from this place where I need assistance to where I can assist somebody else. So that means we're going to be working with you with your financial literacy, with your credit, because a lot of Black folks don't really know
They
about
don't,
credit.
and that is going to be a major. The currency of money is going to be due to waste. So you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And I have had several episodes on our people getting their credit in order. I mean, it can't be done overnight. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
Start putting your finances in order. Like this holiday, don't get caught up in all this spending commercial stuff. Like I told you last week, get with your kids and research. Y'all come up with a way of celebrating your own holiday. You got Kwanzaa. You got all kinds of ways that, you can teach your kids where mommy and daddy don't have to go broke. And then we be eating rice and beans after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And then all this money just spent just frivolously just on stuff that you really don't even need or the kids even need. When I was bringing my kids up, I did do the commercial thing, but I didn't do it to that extent, And like she's saying, this program is for those who are going to be needy, who are going to be just like you have your Bread for the Cities. It's going to be like a duplicate like of Bread for the Cities organizations, UPO, United Planet organizations. Black America Cares is going to be on the streams of that. And like she said, her vision is to have locations, offices where one can go and pursue this aid, or like you said, they're going to be having training for our literacy, computer programming, job assistance,
job readiness.
So place where you can go get your tools, because a lot of places, and like you said, these is nonprofit organizations. And I know a lot of people don't like going through the hassle or dealing with these places, but I patronize them. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you the one I go to right on Good Hope Road. Bread for the City, honey. Yes, honey. I used to have my little name on it, get my little bag every 30 days. Yes, honey, it comes in handy in between them days when you try to squeeze them paychecks to paychecks. Also, they have the best little thrift stores inside of each of these Bread for the City location, and some for those who so that others may eat. That's the organization. Some. I don't know too many of them in Maryland. I know
one in particular that I'm personally a part of is Dress for Success.
Okay, Dress for Success. That's in Maryland, guys.
Yeah, so that one is for, I think it's in DC too. If you, let's say, and that helped me personally too. At one time I went through a situation and I needed a suit for an interview and I didn't have one. So I contacted Dress for Success, and they were able to assist me with getting the proper clothes and stuff that I needed so that I can go to the interview looking presentable. So that's the type of stuff that we want to do too. And if we don't do it directly, we can partner with some of these other organizations to try to make sure, because I know we can't help
do everything and help everyone.
We can't do every type of thing. So they have other sister organizations out here that we're going to be partnering with just to make sure that folks are getting the help that they need. But my go-to is to ultimately help the person out of the situation that they're in. So what choices are you making? Are you going to schools so you can get more income, or are you getting some type of skill, or what are you doing so that you won't be stuck in a situation where you need help for the rest of your life?
Correct.
So that's from experience. I started out on welfare, and got a job in the federal government, started out as a secretary and moved up in the ranks, and am doing quite well. And if I can do it, other young ladies and young men could do it too.
And you heard her journey. She said she started as a secretary, and now she's at the top of her game in it.
IT.
And IT, and you know, a lot of us get these positions, and we be fearful of accepting challenges of moving beyond of what we were originally called to do when we first hired into these entities. I'm gonna tell you, folks, don't get in these places and get stuck. If you get an opportunity where you can take a training or a certification to increase your grade, do it. Do it. Don't stay stuck. God didn't intend for us to be a stuck people. You know what I'm saying? Right. When things come your way, they come your way for a reason. So if somebody said, oh, yeah, they got a training class going on for this, da-da-da, girl, you think you're going on for that? Because, you know, that might lead you to getting that promotion. I'm telling you, even not if it's not in the government, even on these blue-collar jobs, you know what I'm saying? If you're in a position where you can get yourself to that next level in that company, don't get to these jobs and get comfortable and stay where you're at, because, see, that's what they expect from us. Mm-hmm. They expect us not to want more or not to press for more, you know, and be comfortable to where they have us. No, that's not us as a people. Mm-hmm. And we got to get out of that mind frame of thinking. Like I said, and Black America Cares is going to be, I'm sure, when it does really build, and if you guys go, it's a website to it as well. We're going to get you that information too, and where you can also check in on it. And I've been running it on my page as well. It's a
We have a Facebook page. We don't have a website yet.
Okay, they have a Facebook page.
Yeah, but the website and the Twitter, all social media outlets will have contact information there, as well as for the book too. So all of that, well, there's a website for the writing stuff.
Right.
I will have on Kimberly Writes for You, I will have information on how to get to Black America Cares website, so that people can know that we're all, you know, connected and
it trails together.
Happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to stay tuned for that, because your girl will be preaching and advocating for her organization, which is called Black America Cares. I will be getting involved myself, because we're going to partner on some things, because as you know, 2 summers ago, I did the summer youth program in Ward 8, where I took 18 underprivileged youth, and I taught them from the ages of 12 to 18. I taught them how to purchase, program, and execute their own internet blog radio station. So, and these are the things that we're trying to get. Like I said, we're going to partner up and do a lot of things, and we're going to be giving back a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not rich. You know what I'm saying? So any of you people out there who have money, that you don't have nothing to do with it, it's just sitting there.
Good tax write-off.
Very good tax write-off. And she can help you with that. Mm-hmm. She works for the IRS, okay? So if you call Black America Cares and you want to give some money, you don't know what type of tax write-off again, she can give you that information too. Okay, if you donate this much, this will be a write-off of that much. And she might get to do your taxes. So with that being said, Ms. Holmes, I tell you, I appreciate you. Like I said, from hustlers to holiness, and you can get this book at the website at www.kimberlywritesforyou.com is for the book, and the bling up, her blingy, her creation she does, I call it bling up. She eventually probably gonna name it that. But for her bling up design and her Black America Cares, you can catch her on the Facebook pages and Twitter. I think Instagram I've seen Black America Cares too. So all those entities, if you want to keep up with Ms. Holmes or getting information on any of those of her endeavors that she controls, I'm sure she would love for you to reach out to her. And this is not the last time you will see her here. You will see her again, and you will also see her mingling out. We'll be doing some, like I said, some grant venture things out. So you can look forward to seeing Ms. Holmes come back on the show with the new editing edition of the new update of the Hustle and to Holiness. She will come back on the show. We're going to have her on the show when she do her update. And we're going to keep you in tune, like I said, because I know we're going to get her to do a book signing when she get it updated next year. And we're going to keep you on location for that. And also, I will be posting her bling up work. So you can also contact me if you see something out there you like to get created by Ms. Holmes. Take a picture of it. Contact her on Facebook, Kimberly Holmes, or you can go to Black America Cares if you want to give some questions or you have some interest of what you can. Like she said, it's a team effort situation. Just like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes more than a village to build an organization. So with that being said, folks, keep that in mind. This is serious, only serious inquiries. Please forward your requests or your concerns for Black America Cares. Like she said, this is a process, it's building. So if you want to be on the start, because I'm getting in. I'm putting my vote in. I'm getting in, put my hands in, whatever I can do to help this organization, because I believe in giving back, and I truly believe in we need to, what we all supposed to be doing as a people, helping each other. And regardless of what state or monetary situation that we could be in, we can also lend a helping hand somewhere, some way, somehow. So with that being said, they can reach you. You can give them your information again where they can reach you.
You can reach me at KimberlyWritesForYou.com. I'm also on Facebook. I believe it's just Kimberly Holmes. If you do a search on Kimberly Holmes, you can reach me there. The book is also available on Amazon.
Okay,
too.
yeah, Amazon,
So,
folks. Yeah, see, pip up. Amazon.
You can get it there. And I'm also on Instagram at ElectLadyKim, ElectLadyKim. And can I throw in one more thing that I do?
Throw in what you want, baby. You got all this. This is all you.
Lastly, I also sell houses. So
that's right, I forgot. Yeah. That's the other hat she wears.
So if you have a house that is old or you got bad renters,
write that down. I ain't write that one down. Sell houses.
Whatever your situation is, you have a house and you need to get rid of it quickly. Don't want to go through the hassle of hiring a realtor and having it listed and all that kind of stuff. Come see me. We can see if we can work it out. Try to get you the best price for your house as quickly as possible, and you'll be on your way with your money and your house sold. So that's the last and final thing.
And remember, you gotta have them papers in order. You gotta have that credit, and you gotta have that credit number. You gotta have, and like I was telling you previously when I had Miss Vanetta Williams and Mark on the show from Exit Realty and youcanfinance.com, I believe is the name of Mark's business, but don't quote me on it. They'll be back on here again to give you guys some more ways you can repair and get preparations in the process of home buying. They will be back with another segment on that. And like she was saying, she helps sells homes. If you have a home that you need to sell that's old, or you're looking for a home, Miss Holmes can help you with that home. Call Miss Holmes. Holmes get homes. That's right. That's her commercial I'm going to make for her. Holmes get homes. Okay, so like I said, the lady wear a lot of hats. And I just would like to say thank you for giving us your time here at 2GO Talk Show. We hope to see you again. I'm sure I'm going to have her here again more than once. Not only just a guest, but hopefully I can get her to come on and co-host with me sometimes and give Brother Lawrence a break, because I know he do a lot of things as well. And I do as well, too. So she can maybe, when I'm not here, come on and bring you up to date on some Black America Cares information and how that organization is moving, because it's going to be moving, because if we have to go out here and hunt you people to get involved, look out, because we're coming.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Nothing going to stop us. It's all the way up. Okay, and with that being said, I'm not even going to try to play another song off my phone. Unfortunately, my music is not up to date like Brother Lance. You can see he plays a major role in my show. But he'll be back after the holidays, and hopefully next week I'll have some music for you guys. Some unpublished music by myself and instrumental music from Brother Lance's son and his collection. He had left me a couple of CDs that I can play for you guys on the instrumental part of the show for next week. Anything else you would like to say to the viewers?
No, that's pretty much it. You know, hope everybody has a happy and safe Thanksgiving holiday. Love each other. A lot of folks leaving up out of here, y'all. So just love on each other and be happy and enjoy. No arguing at the table.
Yeah, no
and don't
arguing.
Eat too much.
And don't eat too much, because you know how we get itis and all that stuff, and you know we got to detox after all this good food cooking through these holidays. And also, as well as I like to say, if you know someone that's less unfortunate to you, just giving them an invite or take them a plate or something. Mm-hmm. Just think of those who, like I said, may not able to have a feast or a dinner period, or have a place to have a dinner or feast in. So just think about those that's less unfortunate than you during these times of these holidays, which I also advise everyone as well as my guests to get on to Word on the Street within the last 13 minutes of the show. Far as maybe you can help me out on this one. Far as my entertainment, first I'm gonna get into the health. The health part of the Word of the Street I always get into. I tell you something, I always tell you about mental health. Please watch out for the signs: anxiety, depression, withdrawn, making their own jail. If you see somebody, if you know somebody that's doing this, they reaching out, they calling out for help. They're having a mental breakdown. So watch out, especially through these holidays, folks. We have people that, like she said, that have lost loved ones. That sometimes this just makes us, even though it's the happiest time of the year, but for a lot of people it's not. It's difficult. So it's very difficult for a lot of people to deal with. So just be warmful, look out for those people, like I said, that you can tell in their faces if this is not good for them this holiday, and like reach out and give them a hug or something, you know what I'm saying? But more so not on the mental health part. I also wanted to go into, I did research and found out that October and November is the National Epilepsy Awareness Month. And if you know anyone, or if you have a friend or neighbor that has this condition, there's a program. It's called the Epilepsy Foundation.org, and that's Epilepsy, EPILEPSY Foundation.org. This is epilepsy. I'm not saying it right now. Epilepsy. Thank you. I'm saying epilepsy like the disease back. Y'all know I'm getting tired of tongue-tied. I'm ready to go eat, hang out. We might go to Z Gallery, like she said, but it's Epilepsy Awareness Month, all November, along with, like she said, Thanksgiving. And don't eat too much. Detox. Take those laxatives. Get those Tums for those heartburns. And brush your teeth and get those teeth flossers, please, because we don't need you walking around with meat stuck in your teeth trying to come and say, "Hey, cousin." Nah, make sure you have some floss in your pocket too, and some Big Red or some Tic Tacs, because you know how some things got onions and garlic and stuff like that. You can't be running up to nobody hollering, "Hey, cuz," or auntie somebody, and you hot breathing them, Van Damme them before you get a chance to hug you. So just keep that in mind during this time. And this is my word on the street far as the entertainment and music. I'm jumping right into entertainment and music. Now, I know you probably heard, Miss Holmes, about this. People are, I don't know if they're complaining or they're just trying to point out something on her, because she's been out here doing this for a minute now. And I'm speaking of no one and only the great Jill Scott. It's this thing going on about her performances that she gives live. People are saying that she's making sexual motions or gestures. I watched her new couple of videos, and I just saw her. I think she did a tweet or Instagram to somebody about one of her shows, and she was saying it's just her art. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen her. I've seen her once in performance live, but I've never noticed. I thought she just pronunciates her words when she be singing. I never took it as being a sexual act or motioning some type of gesture of sex or anything.
Well, did you see the video in question that they're talking about?
And this is what the name of the song?
I can't remember the name of the
It's
song.
the new one?
No. It's a song that's been out before, but in the video,
I think it's the song I Can Watch My Own
No.
TV. Not that one.
It wasn't
Okay.
that one. I can't remember the one it is off the top of my head, but she is definitely doing some sexual gestures
With her mouth.
With her mouth, she's simulating oral sex.
Well, if you can go on YouTube and say the new video of Jill Scott people
Right,
talking about,
right.
it'll come up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll Google it. So, and it's it's graphic. I mean, it is what it is. But some people took offense, and if you are uncomfortable, I guess, with certain sexual situations, then I can see you maybe taking offense. But if you're more open, and the world is more open now,
right,
to a lot of sexually graphic
explicit stuff. Yeah, I mean, you got Bart Simpson, Lisa, and Bart that be doing stuff. Cartoons doing it. It's everywhere, right?
It's everywhere. So for people to just kind of label Jill as some type of whatever they feel like they need to label her, I just think it's wrong. And like you said, it's her expression, it's her art. If you don't like it, don't look at it.
Don't go see it, right?
Don't go see it. I've seen her about 3 or 4 times. I've never seen her do that either. But if she did, I've seen worse than that from other performers.
I was going to say that too. I was going to comment on that. Yeah. I've seen worse.
Yeah, so Jill is my girl.
I mean, you have people that actually literally done sex acts on the stage.
Exactly.
And no one is, I mean, we had great Prince. Always was very sexual in his concerts. Butt cheeks out, grinding the guitar, grinding the floor, licking the floor.
Right.
Prince did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Larry Blackman from Cameo, with the red cup in front of his thing. You know what I'm saying? Madonna, with the cone breast, material girl, this is material. I mean, they have done it.
I heard Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga has too. Yep, she has came out on stage in a full-size condom as an outfit.
But you know what I think? I think when it comes to black women, there's some sort of a stigma, or black women.
It's a no-no.
We don't do that.
Right. It's a no-no. Right.
And so I think that's part of what got people so riled up. But
that's just her. Okay, so if you're looking at, I'm saying like this, if you're looking at Jill Scott as an R&B artist, okay, then you got Lil' Kim. Came out on the stage in thongs.
Real ratchet.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you have people, you're going to have them damn if you do and damn if you don't.
I think also, too, though, for the most part, like, it was expected from Lil' Kim. Because that's who and what she was from the jump.
Right.
But with Jill, when you
kind of the servitor, Mother Queen, Mother Nature,
like
singing about
walking through the park.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it just threw
everybody off, right, to see her.
So that's why it was so much hype about it.
Okay. Well, I gotta look up that video, y'all, cause I ain't never seen her make no. I ain't never seen her do any of that, y'all.
From what I heard, some people might want to take a lesson.
And
I'm gonna just leave that right there.
Okay, and then too, we got a new dance out, cause y'all don't know nothing about it. What it's called?
The Sexy Wakanda, created by none other than Miss What's your stage name?
Camille. Yeah, we created this dance last night called the Sexy Wakanda.
Camille created that dance. I named it. She did.
I didn't even know I was making up a dance. I was just having fun, y'all. But we get y'all down to the steps to it next week or sometime. I'll tell you about it. I'm having to come back and help me out next week. How about that, y'all?
I would love to.
All righty. For the 5 minutes of the show, you know I'm always doing some fashion stuff, girl. You know what I'm saying? Consignment shop, sweater dress, you know what I'm saying? Little boots from a little store, retail store, hooked it all up. Little coat and everything, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get your little winter sweatery stuff together because it's the time that you got to be cute. You got to do what you do. So get your fashion together. And you ain't got to play to slay. You can do it real cheap. Like I said, thrift stores, consignment shops, and my little $30 boots, honey.
Boots are fabulous.
$6 sweater dress, $30 shoes, and my coat, a designer coat, I got at the thrift store, and it was $15.
Wow, that coat is gorgeous.
$15. And they don't make these like this no more. And if they do make them again, you're going to pay some money for it.
That's gorgeous.
Where's my bracelet? So this is the fashion I'm telling you about. You can go and get you some throwback stuff, honey, and rock it. Look at it with these views.
That is too fly. That's
Ain't
hot.
it though?
That's hot.
That's what I'm saying. Go get it, girls. Go get it, girls. So that's it on the fashion. And now I want to talk about, I already talked about some stuff in the community because we got 3 minutes left. Like I said, go to your banks, your food banks for your dinners. They still let people come if you missed getting your name on the list. I still found out from, I know in Ward 8 and Ward 7, they still allowing people to come and pick up Thanksgiving meals. And then you can go, when you go, see if they can still get you on for a meal for Thanksgiving before Thursday next week. They have, like I said, they have some leftovers those who didn't sign up or who have signed up and didn't pick up. So check your neighborhood resource centers like food for this bread for the city. Some of us may eat some and UPO for these perishable donations. Also, like I said, the coat drive as well. Remember to also, like if you clean out your closet, like me, I clean out my closet so I can go thrift shopping and get more stuff. So if you getting weight, some more stuff, you lost weight, you gained weight, you want to get rid of some stuff just to start over or redo your wardrobe. Remember, someone can always, your junk is someone else's treasure. Remember that, folks. Long as it's not wholly abused or stinky smelling, please clean it up, do what you got to do, and pass it on. It could be a blessing for someone else. So with that being said, I'm glad you joined me and Miss Holmes this Saturday, and I'm gonna bring her back next Saturday because I'm gonna be home alone again. Brother Lawrence is still on hiatus. He won't be back until, like I said, December. So with that being said, thank you for joining me, and I appreciate your love and your respect. Don't sleep, and your girl will be back next week after Thanksgiving Day. I hope I don't look pregnant because I'm gonna eat. So I'm gonna give y'all some music, and thank you once again. Love, one thug, one love. You want to say something out to the people? Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. And sleep tight, and don't eat too much on Thursday, because I don't want to see no sick people after Thanksgiving. And make sure your food is good and clean, and don't ask who made the potato salad, because that's gonna get you beat up at the table.
Keep the raisins out.
Yeah, don't put no raisins in the potato salad. Because we don't want to see another episode, Who Made the Potato Salad? Do you ever see that movie?
No.
That's a very funny movie. Who Made the Potato Salad? It's a good Thanksgiving movie. It's a black movie with Red, D-Ray. A lot of old comedians is in it. So it's called Who Made the Potato Salad? And you probably can get it off of Netflix or Prime or Pluto or whatever those entities are. But like I said, enjoy your Thanksgiving, folks. Be safe out there. And don't sleep. Mwah! Thank you.